my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I wanted to quickly go over just some wig care tips and then just some wig care advice as well. I've been wearing wigs now for 2 years or so, and I have dealt with a lot of companies. I have dealt with a lot of wigs, textures, all that kind of stuff, and so I felt that this video is probably long overdue. So I wanted to just quickly give you guys my wig care advice, and then I'll go into just kind of my wig thoughts about certain. All right, so first, wig care. My number one thing is I always let my wigs air dry. I mainly co-wash my wigs. I don't really care if it's straight, body wave, curly like this. I use Herbal Essences Hello Hydration. I get the big ones, the biggest size. It's like $6. So I can't really say how often I will co-wash a wig. It really depends on how much product I've used in that particular wig and how it feels and all that great stuff. So just like your own hair, you can kind of feel when it needs like a really good detox, or when it needs maybe like an apple cider vinegar rinse versus just like a shampoo. It's the same with wig care for me. I can kind of tell when like a particular wig will need a shampoo versus just like another co-wash. For my curly wigs, I always love to do co-washes on these. I very rarely do a shampoo. One, because I don't use a lot of product on really a lot of my wigs. I don't use a lot of product, so I don't expect a lot of buildup. If it is a straight wig, I will probably wash a straight wig more than I will co-wash it. And I don't use like super cheap products for my shampoo, because I don't shampoo my wigs often. I just use whatever shampoo I have on deck. I pretty much use whatever I use on my natural hair, I use pretty much for my wigs. And to me, that just, I don't know, it just kind of helps with the longevity of them. I know I'm using really great quality products. You pay enough for wigs, so you might as well just use, you know, good products as well to keep them lasting you for as long as possible. My second tip is I never ever blow dry my wigs so that they can dry. I always 100% of the time air dry my wig. It doesn't matter if it's straight, curly, whatever, body wave, I'm always air drying my wig. I just feel like the more heat I apply to it, the more it's gonna break down, you know, the hair, and it's gonna cause a little bit more drying. Again, I kind of treat my wigs how I treat my natural hair. I really don't put heat into my natural hair, so, and that's not me saying that heat is bad or anything like that. It's just something that I don't do personally. I'm just not used to really doing that to my wigs. This is gonna sound odd, but sometimes I do hang my curly wigs upside down because I feel like I get more volume and the curls will just dry more defined as well. But anyways, it doesn't really matter how you decide to dry them. I'm just telling you guys, I never use a blow dryer to dry my wig. So that's just me. Keeping with that, third, minimizing heat again. Whenever I have a curly style like this, I will probably never really use heat. If I use a little bit of heat, it may be on the like root area, like about right here. I didn't do it with this wig today, but I may just use like my electric hot comb just like right in the front or something like that. But if I'm getting a curly wig like this, you guys, I will never straighten it. I just won't do it, because that's not the purpose. That's not the reason why I wanted that wig. I wanted a curly wig because I wanted a curly wig. You know what I mean? If I want a straight wig, then I have a straight wig for that. I get it. Not everyone can have a curly, straight body wig, this, that, and the other. But I'm just letting you guys know my take on it. And that's for me. I just don't want to mess up the curl pattern, so I don't apply any heat to this type of hair. Now if it's a body wave, I will apply some heat to it, and then if it's straight hair, I apply the most heat to my straight hair wigs, because if I'm doing a straight look, it's gonna be sleek and straight. If you guys didn't follow me, you guys know if I'm doing a middle part wig, it's definitely going to be as flat as possible, as sleek as possible. And so I do apply enough heat to those kind of wigs. But anything else, body waves and all that kind of stuff, it's as little heat as possible. So number 4 is just simply handling your wigs with care. Like, I don't really know how to stress this, but I'm gonna try to. If you're not good at hair, period, let's just say you're just not good at hair, and not everyone is, you know what I mean? You got to really make sure you're extra gentle with your wigs. Ooh, I got stuck. Less is more with your wigs. You spend all that money, you don't want to do too much with them. They're going to last you the less you do, the less manipulating, the less pulling and tugging and all that kind of stuff. If you got to detangle on when the conditioner is sitting on the wig, you know, all that kind of stuff. You just have to be a little bit more on your game. And I know people think that I'm gonna get a wig so I don't have to worry about nothing. You do still have to worry, because the last thing you want is your wig to be thinning immediately, all these tangles, all this shedding, all this everything, and it's not really the company's fault. It's gonna end up being your fault, and that's something I don't think people really think about. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for wig care. I'm very basic with my stuff. Everything that I just told you is exactly what I do. But now let's get into just a few little points when picking out a wig and deciding what company or whatever you want to go for. Now, one thing that I kind of read about and kind of see comments on here and there is a wig not lasting long, or it's tangling, or it's shedding, or it's a crappy wig, or this wig sucks, and all that kind of stuff. And honestly, some stuff does suck. Some wigs do suck out there, but to me, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, you could have definitely had a bad wig. To me, it's kind of like the same thing. You go to your favorite restaurants, you get excellent service every single time, excellent customer service, and then one time you go and it is complete crap, and you're just like, what the heck? It just makes you like think like, okay, maybe this is a new server, maybe this is something's going on here, blah, 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 blah. This is a horrible experience. I'm gonna try it again, and then we gonna see what happens after that. 9 times out of 10, you try it again, you express your concerns to the manager, you do whatever you need to do, you come back and you've had another great experience and you're good to go. That's the actions I would take whenever it comes to a wig, and not maybe getting the best type of wig, or you know, just having a crappy wig. Definitely get in touch with the company. They may not even know that their production, who knows what they've changed in production as well. Definitely reach out to them, see how to rectify the situation, and then kind of go from there. Another thing that kind of leads into that is you cannot you cannot expect, for instance, everyone knows RPG show, right? So you can't expect to buy a wig from, you know, a company that does not sell RPG show type quality wigs. And I'm only just talking about RPG show because as far as I know, as far as my reach and everything goes, they're very popular. So I'm just using them as an example. You may not like them, but I'm just using it as an example. But you can't compare RPG show to maybe a smaller company who's just starting out, lower prices, lower quality hair, all that kind of stuff, and you decided to purchase from that company. So company A is a smaller company, company B is RPG show. When you get your wig from company A, it's going to be lesser quality. It's going to be, you know, a harder type of lace maybe. It's not going to be RPG show quality because you did not pay for that. So you cannot expect for it to be that way, you know what I mean? There's a fine line with that, and I hope you guys kind of understand what I'm trying to say. You just have to make your best judgment. But again, that's, you know, I'm gonna vouch for Louis Vuitton because Louis Vuitton is one of my favorite companies, one of my favorite luxury brand companies. And not saying that, you know, Forever 21 is crap, but I cannot compare my Louis Vuitton bag to my Forever 21 bag. I wear my Forever 21 bags like that season, I'm done with it. So you kind of just have to think of it that way. So I'm not saying, well, you can't afford it, you can't afford it, sis, so why you complaining? You know, you bought the cheap stuff, so you got to deal with it. That's not what I'm trying to say. My thing is, if you don't even want to go that route, if like when I bought my first wig, I bought it from Wow African, and I have started to buy a cheaper wig from, I don't even know whatever company it was, but I was like, no, because I don't want to deal with whatever issues I'm gonna have to deal with. It was kind of like 50-50 on the reviews, and I was just like, I'm just not. So I waited. So I waited another like 3 or 4 months. It was a good minute to save up a little bit more money, and then I got a better wig, what I thought was a better wig, from Wild African, and I was very happy with that. So that may be something you might want to consider. Oh, guys, it's raining. So yeah, so keep that in mind. That's pretty much it for this video, you guys. If you have any questions or comments, let me know on the bottom. And yeah,
Guys, I'm scared.
and he's scared, so we gotta go, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.